Arnold Schwarzenegger, 2018, the speech that broke the internet. Most inspiring ever. I can't wait. Yes, I can. And actually, I don't care. But it's. I ran across it and I thought I would comment because he has something to say. I know it.
Work your ass off. There is no magic pill. It drives me crazy to go to the gym.
Work your ass off, people, right? It drives me crazy to go to the gym. Yes, look. Oh, yeah, of course. No, he wasn't doing it steroids. No, he wasn't. He was just naturally jacked because he worked out every day, all day. Um, but if we can see closely here, this guy, this guy, this guy knows what's up, okay? And he says no. And this person is just looking down, okay? They're just, filler. And this person trying to get in, right? Trying to get in, but not quite. He got smashed. And of course, Arnold is doing the most smashing right now. Look, okay, but really he's getting smashed, right? So, oh, it's just 5 seconds in and it's already hilarious. Okay, amazing.
Gym, you read 1 hour a day. I went and worked out 5 hours a day, and I was working on construction with 24 hours a day. Organize your day. Work hard.
Okay, that's a great, work hard, meaning do not turn away from work, right? But no, you don't get to say what that work is. You did, and you got jacked. You blew up. You swole up like a hot dog. Okay.
I'm here to talk about success.
Good. I thought you were going to talk about something else, but it was one of the most viral speeches ever. Okay. Over 1 million views later. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I went to college. I went and worked out 5 hours a day, and I was working on construction.
Yes. But what were you building? Exactly. What were you building? Arnold, you made your dream. Yes, you pumped and you smashed. Look, that is that is a half open mouth. Just somebody's about to pour some water into your mouth because you're being fed. Okay? You know you're being fed to be this way, right? But yes, you got to do this. And what were you building? Yes, you were probably building the infrastructure to the next generation that was going to be smashed and just obliterated. Yes. So, Arnold, you can tell people, and especially you can tell young kids, the youth, and try and inspire them to work their asses off. But don't forget, you paved the way, and so did your parents, and they sold you, right? You came from, you know, internationally, and you made it big, and now you're laughing money, and you're in prestige. But at what cost, Arnold? At what cost?
Because in those days in bodybuilding, there was no money. I didn't have the money for food supplements or anything. So I had to go to work. So I worked in construction. I went to college. I worked out in the gym and at night from 8 o'clock at night.
Okay, we get the point. You just worked out. That's what you did. And yeah, sure, you went to school, but they just did that so it would add to your image. But no, it was your main concern is just, you know, getting as bloated as you can. Okay?
And to
Yes.
12 midnight, I went to acting class 4 times a week. So I did all of that. There was not one single minute that I wasted.
No. You didn't
This
waste
is
a
why I'm
minute.
standing here today.
Right.
At the age of 20, I went to London and I won the Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever. And it was because
Right, people. He's telling you, look, I never wasted a minute and look at where I am. Yes, you won a beauty pageant, Arnold. Yes. Okay. So, you've made a whole life and you paved the way for others to just go and smash the wall like you have.
Because I had a goal. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't,
Okay, where are you looking, Arnold? For a second there, I thought I had lost you. I thought you were just, cross-eyed looking up into the abyss. Um, I'm not even gonna go back to that, but
have a goal where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere.
yes, that's you described the world today, and perhaps in your days as well, as far as we know. And yes, you're being real about that. It's a place that just destroys your and beats the life out of you. Yes, it does. With these dumbbells, just like they beat the life out of you, right? But you stood on them because they built your career as well as the injections you took, right? Yes.
74% hate their job in America. The majority of people don't like what they're doing.
Wow, Arnold, are you surprised? No. No, you're not. You know. But it doesn't matter because you're using it as a stat that, wow, despite they're doing what they're doing because maybe they're just unhappy about, you know, other aspects of their life, but they can't enjoy what they actually do. So, yes, I'm just gonna have this water, around me so that it can take the demon and purify me from it. Okay? No. Okay, this is what are you pushing, Arnold?
Because they're really not doing it because they didn't have a goal and they followed this goal.
Right. All you need to do is follow a goal, guys. Just, yes. You know, when you see a bunch of people watching a match of football and they score and you hear goal and they're all excited and people lose their minds, right? Right. That's what it means. It's people losing their minds and getting smashed when they set goals because goals are elusive and they're false because they're most of the time, if not all the time, are based on wanting to have the world love you. Yes, and Arnold, um, you would probably argue that what's wrong with having the world love you? Well, because they will turn on a dime on you and stab you and murder you and send you down the river. That's why, Arnold. Because that's what it is, and you know it, and that's why you can only parrot the lie. Yes, because if you actually told people and warned them about, you know, the character that you played, you know, in Terminator, yes, you would probably say something meaningful, but no, you're gonna talk about your struggles. But were they really? I don't know.
They just aimlessly drift around and then all of a sudden there's a job opening so they get that job because you have to work. But then when you work, it's a chore. It's work. It's not fun. So if you think about only a quarter of the people really enjoy what they're doing in life.
That shows that 75% of the other stuff is meaningless. That's what it means. Okay, you don't need to you don't need studies. You don't need studies to show that. Okay, that shows that 75% of the things that people do on day in and day out are worthless. Just absolutely worthless. Just worthless because people can't even enjoy it. There's no in fulfillment out of it. And the quarter, okay, I would say that a quarter is probably being too generous. I would say less, but okay, let's use your stats, Arnold, because you're the man, right? You are the governor, and look, you have a fresh glass of water just ready for your crunch those dry lips. Okay, so what are you gonna tell us, the governor?
So people always ask me when they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they say, why is it that you're working out so hard?
Why were right? He was in a pumping gym And it's such a bizarre question for another jacked, punch drunk guy to ask him, why do you want to get so big? Oh, right, because we're gonna be the next super warrior. I don't know what they, but yes.
5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. The others are working out just as hard as you do, and they look sour in the face. Why is that? And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal.
Oh,
in front of me is the Mr.
yes.
Universe title.
Why? Because most of these people were working out, right? Maybe yes to be big and stuff, but no, you wanted to reach the sun. Yes, you wanted to fly straight into the light. You wanted to so bad, right? You couldn't wait. That's why you laughed every time you were pumping iron, because it had you, it fooled you, and it was tickling you, and you were chuckling at your own misfortune without even recognizing what it would mean for your life and what you're doing now, which is your shell of a man. Okay, what is this? What are you pushing?
So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision, turn into reality.
Right, Arnold. I'm pretty sure your vision did. Now you can say because you're old, right, and your career, your movie career is relatively done. It's done. Okay, you're done. You can go do another geriatric film like Balboa did, but no, it's done. You could do one. Clint Eastwood, give it up to the man, 90 some years old, never, despite being smashed. He's just relentless, relentless. Okay, he has crutches, probably. Just he has supports, right, that keep him up, right, like like Arnold. So listen, keep it up. What are you telling us, right? Because now you have to, tell us all these things, but really, is it what made you a success? No, it's not. Because what really made you a success are things that you probably wouldn't say, right? You would probably have to put your head you would probably have to put a bag over your head. Yes, because now your eyes are closed and you can tell these lies. But no, the abyss has responded and answered, right? And you're smashed.
Every single set that I do, every repetition, every weight that I lift will get me a step closer to turn this goal into reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat. I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise. So let me tell you something, visualizing your goal and going after it makes it fun. You got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life. You got to have a purpose.
Right. And there is a purpose, Arnold, and I'm surprised you don't know it. I mean, you were in Terminator, so you should know it because you've been a robot and you know it. And so you should know the value of what it is to be a robot, but also to be a human. And therefore, if you are fighting for the automated, neutralized, lobotomized, flesh eating zombie like people, yes, um, that's what you're telling us, okay? Because what are you saying? You have to have a purpose. Yes, there is a purpose, but you don't get to decide that for yourself. You either realize it or you suffer and die trying to find it because there's no finding it. You either grow in and develop into it and live it, or no, you reject it and do as you will, and yes, suffer and die. Receiving of course, you can have ups the roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. It's a serpent, and you can be taught to love it through trauma. Yes, through trauma. Just like he, look, just smashed. Okay, he's been through the ringer. You can tell. He's probably done things that you couldn't imagine. Okay, yes.
Muhammad Ali worked his butt off. And I I saw it firsthand. And I remember that there was a sports writer that was there in the gym and he was working out and he was doing sit-ups. And they asked him, how many sit-ups do you do? And he said, I don't start counting until it hurts.
Right. I mean, beautifully written. Right. Because, I mean, think of all the beautiful things that people say on a daily basis. Think of all the beautiful things that people say on a daily basis. But no, only these people are memorized as saying, so, close to semi beautiful things, right? Okay. Or even things that you're like, wow, that's deep. But no, it's not. Okay? Because what this is basically saying is no pain, no gain. That's it. Right? And, a display of mind over matter. This guy, they all believe it. Exactly.
Now think about that. He doesn't start counting his sit-ups until he feels pain. That's when he starts counting. That is working hard. And so you can't get around the hard work. It doesn't matter who it is. Work your ass off. There is no magic pill.
But there is a pill to be punch drunk, like this guy and this guy. Okay? And there's certain whether a KFC guy. Look, okay, there's all these guys just getting smashed, right? And they're all in it, right? They're big clubs. They're big fraternity. They're all circle jerking each other and probably passing their wives around. Yes. And of course, these are oh the flesh, right? The flesh fighting flesh. Okay? And these people are ravenous. They're dripping at the mouth because not only do they get to see the flesh pound itself and smash each other, but they will also render earnings according to the results of how well we predicted and or orchestrated uh, this event was right. How much did it get you off? Did it put you through a roller coaster? Was it thrilling enough? Yes, that's right.
There is no magic out there. You cannot get around. You have to work and work and work.
Right, just work and work and work. Right, just work. That's what it is. Right, but oh no, it couldn't possibly be the spiritual work. No. No, that's just lazy. That you're lazy if you do that. Because what you have to do is just go out there and lay bricks. You must lay the you must pave the road to the future. That's right. For all you eco-friendly people, you must pave the way. That's right. You must pave it. And you are paving it. And you are killing yourself. Exactly. You have no idea what you stand for. You're you're an empath, all based on emotion. You have no bearing. You're a manipulator, right? And you're a marginalizer because you have no bearing of what is actually righteous, and therefore you will reject anything that will counter your position of how you can come to better position yourself so that you may have more wealth according to how people um, will tell you that they accept, and therefore that will determine your success or not, and whether you're depressed or on pills or just perpetually smashed. Okay, let's go.
Make sure of this and make sure of that and all that stuff. So it's work.
Work. Again, people don't forget work because no, it's not, overcoming the sufferings of the world. No, it's just working harder and working harder uh, and harder, right? And once you think you've worked hard enough, no, work harder. You must.
It drives me crazy when people say that they don't have enough time to go to the gym for 45 minutes a day and work out. Or to do something for 45 minutes to an hour a day to improve. If it is physically improve or if it is mentally to improve. Imagine you read 1 hour a day about history. How much you will learn after 365 hours in 1 year. Think about if you study about the history of musicians, of composers. How much
Right, okay. You said you didn't waste time. Well, now you're wasting time because you're talking about nonsense. You're talking about knowledge coming from timely, linear things that you put and do. Okay? Yes, when you're practicing muscle memory, sure, and you can apply it to your brain if you want. But no, um, either either you're right or you're wrong. The end, right? There's no mishmash, 50 shades of, you know, nonsense. Exactly. This guy knows. Look, he's just trying to hold it in. But the ring has power over him. Look, it looks like a skull. It looks like a very big skull.
No. Imagine if you would work on a business, on some business
It
that
is
you
a
want to
big
develop
skull.
every day for an hour. Imagine how further along you will go and get. So it drives me
Wow.
nuts
Yeah,
because
look. See, be Apollo. Guys, you can become Apollo. Yes. Guys, because Arnold did it. He went and threw himself into the sun. And look, yes, he got smashed, right? And now he's just parroting what the sun has told him to say. Right? Look, the sun, the light. Look, he's so illuminated. Look how chiseled he is in the light. Look. Yes, Arnold. You're so beautiful. And um, I'm surprised people don't adore you more, actually. Look, you are. No, I won't say it because it'll just make your head bigger. Okay? But he's an interesting fella. Okay? Look, interesting in the senses, in the sense of how he lies. Let's
because
look.
we have,
Let's look some more.
when people say we don't have the time, we have 24 hours a day.
Oh yeah.
We sleep 6 hours a day.
Right, Arnold. So are you pushing to just work out and sleep less? Okay. Maybe that's why you have such bags, or no, maybe you're just late on a feeding of blood. Yes, that's probably it. And look, of course, 6 hours a day. Arnold, you probably don't sleep at all. You probably have night terrors all the time because you are smashed, and there is no turning back for you. That's why you're invested in this. And the speech was written for you, yes. And of course, there's nothing that you have in your heart other than it weighing you down because it's so heavy, made out of stone, and you are only trying to maybe get further appraise and restitution from people who might be turning away from you because they're look, it's on your eyes. Where are you looking? Okay.
So that gives you still 18 hours. So there's someone shaking their head out here in front. They say probably, I don't sleep 6 hours, I sleep 8 hours, right? Or just sleep faster. So we have 18 hours a day. The average person works around 8 to 10 hours. So let's assume it's 10 hours. So we have 8 hours left.
Great. So
Then
he's
you travel
all
around
just
an hour a day.
he's gonna talk about time now, and guy, and he's probably gonna say something about look, you're wasting your time, guys. Look, that's him wasting away. Okay, that is that is a little bit of hysteria. Look, I think he's a little delirious. I don't know. Um, what is that? Okay,
Hey, maybe
he's losing, right? He's straining, ripping apart, and he's getting jacked. There's a flood of blood just going everywhere, right? He's hemorrhaging everywhere, and he loves it. He loves
maybe
it,
2 hours a day. So now you have still 6
right?
hours left.
Look at it,
So what do
amazing.
you do with the 6 hours? What do you do with the 6 hours? Then we eat a little bit. Then we
How about this, Arnold? Imagine all the time you spent working out, okay? And the same reasoning you're using of trying to shame others for doing that very same, maybe not working out, but Arnold, you wasted your time because all that led you to be this. And I don't see a man, I see a shell. I don't know what you are, Arnold, but you certainly don't represent man. You certainly don't stand with truth, and you certainly don't point out the way, and you certainly don't know what life is. Look, you have to feed on flesh. Look, your eyes, they're just sunken in. They're sunk they're sinking in because you've been lobotomized. So your eyes are going in to make up for the space that's missing. Okay?
Schmooze a little bit, talk a little bit to people and all that stuff. But you can see how much time there is available if you organize your day.
Right, guys. It's all about organize yourselves. You hear that word everywhere. It's in political realm, in whatever, organize, politicize yourself. Yeah, organize. And even, look, make a notebook. Yes, organize your day and organize your priorities and organize your feelings. Yes. Be be this sad little boy. Look, just crying because like, "Daddy, why are you working out? Right? Why are you working out and not spending time with me?" And this guy's like, "Well, son, one day you have to be a man. So you have to just lift a bunch of weights." And look, this guy's like, "What is going on here?" And this kid is just smashed, okay?
So you got to work hard. I hate
He
plan
hates.
B.
Really? I'm pretty sure you probably used a bunch of Plan B, right? Trying to get rid of having other kids like this. Yes, I'm sure you did. So, no, you love it. And at the same time, listen, Arnold, what are you talking about? So you're saying only go for plan A. Yes, of course, there's only one way, but you're trying to say that it's A to Z and that you just have to decide which letter you want and go for it. No, Arnold, you are wrong.
And I tell you why. Because we have so many doubters, as I've said earlier, the no-sayers. We have so many of those people that say no and you can't do it, that's impossible. That is okay because we just turn off.
Okay, Arnold, what are you going to say? Because I could say, um, listen, Arnold, a cyborg is impossible. And you're like, no, it's possible. And you're willing to go out there and just smash and, experiment and on flesh and do it and just massacre and just, defile. You're willing to do that just to prove yourself right. And in the scenario that you might end up doing that, it only it it's only further suffering, of course, and you know that because look, you wear the skull, you have no shame, you put it out there.
As I said earlier, and we listen and we hear the no being a yes, you can't do it, you can't do it, and all of that. So that is possible to do that amongst all the negative people around you. But when you start doubting yourself, that's very dangerous. Because now what you're basically saying is that if my plan,
Are you sort of telling us like when you sold your soul? No, you couldn't possibly be saying that because maybe there came a time, maybe somebody told you, listen, Arnold, your hard work isn't enough. You're gonna have to do. We're gonna need intervention to get you to the next level. Yes, and your sad eyes probably, welled up in tears. Not tears of disappointment, but of anger, because you probably had to do a lot of things to even get to that level, and now you're being asked to just, you're not good enough, and we're gonna have to make you better. And so, yes, Arnold, what are you pushing?
doesn't work, I have a fallback plan. I have a plan B. And that means that you start thinking about plan B, and every thought that you put into plan B you're taking away now that thought and that energy from plan A.
Right. So look how short you've fallen from your own advice, Arnold. Right. Look, if you if you lived your life since you were 20, in this according to this philosophy that you're presenting, then why hasn't your influence? Why is your influence just the same as everyone else's? Exactly, because it's no different. It doesn't actually help, and it's only lies, right? This is only lies to keep idle on him and to remind you and remind this guy, right? Remind this guy to listen. Yes, you will have to work to get her, right? You will have to work your ass off. Exactly. You know, and you better enjoy it because otherwise this guy is coming in and swooping this girl, okay? And look at this guy. He knows. Okay? He might but he's the one that told him, right? That she's, you know, having second thoughts because listen, this guy thinks he's just hot and attractive like Arnold, and this girl fears that he will leave her, and so therefore she's flirting with other guys, and this guy reads it as game open, and this guy's like, yes, come in. Anyway, right, you're robbing away yourself, guys. Remember, every time that you're having a negative thought, just remember you're wasting time.
Very important to understand that we function better if there is no safety net, because plan B becomes a safety net. It's
Right. So Arnold, of course, Arnold would say that. Look, Arnold's philosophy is just Hail Mary all every time. Just blast in, just go. But you know what? That's what life is. Life is life is not lukewarm, right? It simply is. And it goes and it passes and it provides always in abundance. And then it of course renews itself in the form of its same self in another image, right? Meaning, of course, through life, Arnold was the son of a man, and that man was the son of. You get the point. Okay, so this guy right here is about to feel Arnold up, and Arnold is gonna just. Oh, he's already jacked. He already been lifting just for this picture. Look, okay,
fail, then I fall and I get picked up and I have something else there that will protect me.
and I have something else there, and it will protect me.
And that's not good.
It's not good enough.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else.
Wow.
If you
Okay,
don't
let's
have a
just
plan.
stop there. Okay, Arnold, aren't you kind of kicking yourself in the face, right? Because you're a governor, or you were, and so you're telling people that yes, you can just get rid of. You don't need people to tell you, right? That's right. Look, just look. Um, this safety net, this safety net. Look, this safety net. If not a safety net, what is government, Arnold? What is the government if not a safety net? Okay, so your brain is just
Better when
smashed
there's no
because
safety net.
yes, you might be telling
People
people
perform better in sports and
the
everything
truth,
else if
but
you don't have a plan
are
B.
you? I don't know.
I'm telling you, I've never ever had a plan B. I say I made a full commitment that I'm gonna go and be a
Right.
bodybuilding champion. I made a full commitment that I'm gonna be in America. I made
That's
a full
right.
commitment that I'm gonna get in the
You
show
didn't
business.
give a
that I'm
damn.
going to be a
That's
leading
right.
man. No matter what it takes, I will do the work.
Exactly. You never gave a
I
damn,
will do the
Arnold.
work over and over and over until I get it. And the same was in politics, in everything like that. So to me, it is very dangerous to have a plan B because you're cutting yourself
You never gave a damn, but you did give a damn about yourself, right? And of course, you were rewarded for that idolatry. Yes.
off from the chance of really succeeding. And the reason, one of the main reasons why people want to have a plan B is because they are worried about failing. What is if I fail, then I don't have anything else? Well, let me tell you something. Don't be afraid of failing, because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
What ladder, Arnold? Jacob's ladder? No. Okay, they break you. You don't climb it. They break you, and they fracture and split your mind. Okay, that's how you advance, and it's soon enough. Of course, it becomes like a transaction. You don't give a damn because you never gave a damn to begin with. Exactly.
There's no one that doesn't fail.
If you make very damn sure that that's very true, yes, because that's what evil does. It steals. It steals opportunities. It steals. It thieves away the opportunity, really, to bind, to have union with your spirit and return to the Father. But no, He wants you to return to Him. Look, return to Him, and you will have work because you must work. Oh, now he has 2 glasses of water. Amazing. Okay.
Michael Jordan said in one of his interviews, when they said, "You're unbelievable, you're the greatest basketball player of all times." I mean, tell me about that. And he says, "Well, you're just mentioning the successes." But he says, "For me to become the greatest basketball player, I missed 9,000 shots when I was playing basketball at the NBA games."
He probably did count them all.
So during these
Yes, he did.
games that he was so successful, he missed 9,000 shots.
So what?
Does it make him a failure? No. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all times, but he failed 9,000 times.
Okay, it's
You
always
get
like
it?
that, right? Guys, because in reality is this guy's talking about sports and working out, which he did, but look, the reality is you can't go out making mistakes like starting out businesses just left and right because just open and smashed into the ground like a bunch of businesses until you do it right. Yes, no, Arnold, you're lying. And nobody who believes in your nonsense would ever take it seriously. I mean, come on. You're telling that there's an equivalency, right? That a person working out and people on sports teams are the same as, yes, you must imply the same philosophy to the worthless jobs that are out there, right? They're meaningless. Look, and he's trying to convince you otherwise. But look, let's
We
let's
all
let's
fail.
whatever.
It's okay.
Okay, Daddy, tell us it's okay. Daddy, look, I I didn't mean to spill the milk, Daddy. Okay? Are you going to beat me and hit me in the chest again? No. Not this time. And definitely not with my ring this time, darling. I'm sorry. I forgot.
What is not okay is that when you fail, you stay down. Whoever stays down is a loser.
Whoever stands down is a loser, right? And whoever's winners will fail and get up, right? Pathetic. All these I mean, I doubt this is a proverb, but who cares? It's not even real. It doesn't even inspire anything. Look, winners will fail and get up. Really? Ants get out of the hill and go down the hill. Yes, it's the same. Look, who cares? This person isn't saying anything.
Winners will fail and get up. Fail and get up. Fail and get up. You always get up. That is a winner. That is a winner.
Yes, I'm sure you won at lifting so many of these, okay? Just like Michael Jordan said, he missed 9,000 shots, okay? Look at how many, look at the death stare. Look at how many times you stare down at the floor, okay? Look how much time you wasted in a filthy gym, right? And now you say, yeah, I have it all. But look, what are you doing? And all because it's in your head, right? All these other guys, look, this guy's like, yo, what's this guy doing? Or this guy's like, no, this, what is this guy doing? Like,
I failed in bodybuilding. I lost bodybuilding competitions. I lost powerlifting competitions. I lost weightlifting competitions. I had movies that went in the toilet and that were
which is why you sold everything, you gave everything, because you just said you did everything you could, and you did.
terrible and got the worst reviews. And in politics, I remember I had many of the initiatives on the ballot, and we lost. My approval rating in California went down to 28%.
Oh, poor
Then it
you.
went back up again, and they won again the
Oh,
governorship.
good for you.
Hey.
Yes.
We all lose. We all have losses.
Well, what's the prize? Lose at what, Arnold? Okay. Because so far you've mentioned um, having bad reviews and, maybe not making money. But at the same time, you snuck in their politics, right? That you lost. You lost a vote, popularity. So you're pushing to win, meaning you have popularity and you have money. Right. And of course, all the biologists, evolutionists are going to say, right. Somebody who has wealth and power is attractive. No. Okay. Everything has its place, right? There's no celebrities. There's only points of light. Like this guy. This guy is a point of light, point of focus, right? Designed to fall and distract. A spotlight, that's what it does. It goes left to right and in circles and really makes you move with it. Yes, that's what it does. He's a spot of light. Yes, and of course, he's pushing something to say because he's not just appearing for nothing, because these people never do anything for free, of course, because now they're an enterprise, they're a corporation, and they need to push it to keep living. Yes.
This is okay, and this is why I say don't be worried about losing, because when you're afraid of losing, then you get frozen. You get stiff, you're not relaxed. You got to be, in order to perform well in anything.
You're frozen and maybe brainwashed as well, like this abyss stare. Okay, Arnold, what's up there? Is there a clock? Is there a clock? Is it ticking? Right? Is it ticking? And are you afraid that you're wasting your time? Yes, that's what it is.
If it's in boxing or if it is on your job or with your thinking, is only happening when you relax. So relax. It's okay to fail. Let's just go all out and give it everything that you got. That's what it is all about. So don't be afraid to fail.
Amazing. Relax, work your ass off, but don't be afraid to fail. Yes, these are the most key found, just smashing advice from this guy. Okay, really? That was it. So that's what it look. Again, it's okay to fail. Um yeah, man, it's just this guy's full of it. It's just the doctrine. He could have just gone up there and said, "Listen, guys, you're going to have to work your asses off." Okay? It's come down to that. Brass tacks, baseline, in and out. You're going to clock in and you're not going to like it, but listen, this is what I had to do. And this is, the reality of how I got my success, right? And then that would be smashing advice. No, but instead he went along to, wow, just say obvious things and play with your own emotions of shame, shaming you of wasting your time. Yes, he's shaming you to waste that you're a loser and that you're lazy. Oh, great, Arnold, right? Because yes, it's very much all about just working your ass off and just basically, one track minding it all, like faking it till you make it. Because you said it. You had shitty reviews for whatever it was that you were doing. So, I mean, you didn't make it. You were shitty and you were faking it till you make it. You were trying, of course. But then, of course, um is the opportunity. You were willing to do anything and everything. And that's why you are in this position, because nobody just stumbles into a position like you did, Arnold. No. I mean, this is you're a point of light, right? So therefore, of course, there's going to be orchestration behind it. So, but of course, you won't tell us about that. Anyway, I'll end it there.